Hey everyone, it's your girl Alex, and I'm back again to bring you guys a general reading. This is for whatever information comes out. If you clicked on this video, you were meant to see it. If you're interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. By the way, my readings are live, not recorded. So let's see what the universe has for my collective. Ooh, Seven of Swords. I'm hearing planning your move, planning your escape. Nine of Pentacles. Judgment. Some of you could have just left a job or a situation that was no longer serving you. But I do feel like with that Seven of Swords that you could be, it feels like maybe you left within the past week. And I don't get the feeling that you're regretting your decision, but it's almost like you're analyzing it. Did I do the right thing? Should I have waited longer? And Two of Wands. Now you're trying to figure out, where do you go from here? I do feel like there's going to be a new opportunity that comes to you though, right? For some of you, you could have left one thing for something else. For some of you, you left one thing and you didn't have anything else planned, okay? But I feel like universally, you were supposed to leave. You were supposed to depart from something. And because you've done that, it's almost like you're about to be rewarded with something more long-term, something more substantial. Ooh, Star card. Ace of Pentacles. 1 and 9 is 10. Ooh, Two of Cups. Following your heart. Two of Wands. So 2, 2, 2. 3 twos on the table. So this is a decision and or choice where there is at least one or more options. Double justice. Now that's almost like the universe stamping your decision with an approval. Ooh, Knight of Cups. For some of you, you have a happy, joyous cycle coming up, right? It feels like intuitively that the universe is very happy with your decision. I feel like some of you have been contemplating this move for a while. For some of you, whatever this departure is, you may need about a month to 4 months to like detox, to settle in, to settle into your new energy, prepare for your new cycle, or at least shed away the energy from the old cycle. Yeah, Star card with the Seven of Swords. It's almost like you're hoping that something... It's almost like you're hoping for some sort of resolution without having to leave or without having to depart. But I kind of feel like whether it's your own internal intuition, whether it's universal synchronicities, I do kind of feel like something will lure you, right? There's going to be an opportunity looming around you that could help you make the decision to move on or walk away from something. Judgment and the Two of Cups. You got Justice here twice. Yeah, this kind of feels like karma, right? Your destiny, something that's universally ordained, right? Your ancestors and angels are saying, do it, go for it. For some of you, it could be officially leaving the past behind. And again, remember, this is a general reading. Take whatever resonates, leave the rest behind. So notice I'm not necessarily using a romantic storyline or a career business storyline. I prefer to focus on your energy. You're going to have to piece in what scenario this applies to. I really do feel like the universe is wanting you to follow your heart and do what it is that you love, right? Especially a lot of us, we tend to take approaches, we kind of take the road most traveled, right? If your dad is a lawyer, your mom is a lawyer, it's like, all right, well, let me go into law, right? Or your dad is a police officer, your granddad's let me go into the military, okay? But this here kind of feels like you knowing and feeling that, you know what, the military or, the law is not my path. Right? It might have been my generation's path, but it's not really my path. And the Page of Swords with the Two of Wands is many of you could be getting readings or talking to people, or right, you're looking for maybe some sort of advice and or guidance on, number one, whether you did the right thing. Justice card here twice, Judgment, you did the right thing, right? What I just heard intuitively was it was universally time for this shift. Again, leaving one, charting off into the unknown. Strength in the Three of Cups is almost like stand in your power, right? Be bold enough to do something to make you happy versus anyone else. I just heard, as I looked at the double justice, the universe is on your side. The universe has your back. Four of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, you don't. Again, this departure could have been fresh, right? You could have done it before you clicked on this video. You could have done it today, whenever your today is. But Two of Wands and the Knight of Cups, oh, honey, let the good times roll. Right? I kind of feel like a block has been removed, and now love, joy, and happiness can enter your life, your situation. My angel said, talk briefly about the Two of Cups, a union of some sort, right? You both could have removed, something that was blocking you from getting closer, right? You could have had an adult child or a child about to go off to college that maybe, you both were catering to, and that, the care of that child was blocking you from, say, for instance, reconnecting, reigniting your relationship. Now that child is going off to college, and now it's like, okay, cool. Now we can kind of get back into, loving each other or connecting with each other, or, focusing mainly on each other. I love it. I love it so far. Ooh, Nine of Cups. Yeah, my angel said, look, Seven of Swords is looking back. Seven of Swords is going back, trying to review the past, trying to figure out, did I make the right decision? Did I leave when I was supposed to? Did I exhaust all of my opportunities in this past situation? Nine of Cups to me confirms that, right? Angels just said, oh, baby, let the good times roll. Surely I don't speak like that. Ooh, look at that. Ace of Cups, Nine of Cups. 1 and 9 is 10. Again, we have that 1 and 9. 1 and 9. For a lot of you, maybe your birthday is on the 19th, the 1st, or the 9th. This reading may resonate with you. Angels also said you could be an Aquarius or Capricorn or Virgo or Libra. This may resonate closely with you. Three of Swords. Okay, there's pain and heartbreak. For some of you, you could be leaving single life and deciding to date again. Oh, 2 cards. Ooh, the Emperor. And the Six of Wands. This right here, 3, Emperor, 6, kind of says to me, right? I got 3, 6, 9. The Emperor kind of says to me, you have the power, the courage, the tools to take this leap of faith. The Emperor also kind of says to me, God, angels, universe, because this is ordained, they're going to clear your path, right? So they're going to make a way for you to shift from one cycle to the other. That's what evolution, by the way, is all about. It's deaths and rebirths, or endings and beginnings coupled together, right? I end school by graduating, and now, life begins. Seven of Swords again. Some of you are having a hard time with this, right? Some of you are kind of negotiating or bargaining with the universe, like, do I have to leave now? Like, can I leave in July, or can I leave like in later this year? Do I have to go now? The Seven of Swords falling on the Justice twice. Seven of Swords represents deceit, and justice is basically universal law at its finest, right? So Seven of Swords sitting on justice kind of says to me that, okay, so I just heard some of you may be trying to bring something or carry over something from your past into your future, right? So the example of, the empty nesters, child going off to college, the Seven of Swords says, oh my God, I'm not ready to let my child go. I want to move closer to where my child is going to school, right? So the Seven of Swords is sabotage, right? Seven of Swords is like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be doing this. I don't want to do this. I'm not ready to do this. So you know what? I'm not going to do it now, but the universe is like, do it now. Ooh, King of Cups and the Magician. I just heard if you want better, you got to do better, right? I just heard no risk, no reward. So to me, if I had to sum up this reading, Seven of Swords definitely is some sort of sabotaging deceit, right? Something that you are not necessarily wanting to acknowledge and or admit, but you have to, right? You see it, but you don't want to see it. And I feel like the universe is trying to encourage you. The universe is trying to lure you with opportunity, right? Pentacles, materialism, love, not only that, but I have the Six of Wands here, Ten of Pentacles, double justice. It's almost like the universe is turning all the lights green, right? And you're sitting at a green light, stopped, because you're looking through your rear view mirror. Now, I just noticed, by the way, Mercury retrograde snuck up on me, that we are right smack dab at the beginning of a Mercury retrograde. Now, most retrogrades should be retrospectives, right? It should be a time for us to kind of go back to the past, pull out all of the lessons and discard everything else. Go back to the past and, kind of heal old wounds and, correct the incorrect, right? Retrograde should be a review of what's still open-ended, what's still unhealed, what's still, unfinished, to finish it out. Okay? Now, I know my angels also said too, yes, Mercury retrograde. And I don't know why it's Mercury as opposed to another retrograde, but it's usually the Mercury retrograde that brings back all of your raggedy ass exes. Okay? So for a lot of you, you could have an ex to return, but the ex who returns is someone who you had a very, very, very hard time walking away from. Okay? But again, things usually return so you can review them one more time and make a better decision to help you close out that cycle once and for all and enter a new cycle like the Fool, right? Brand new energy, brand new hope, brand new excitement, brand new joy, brand new dreams. So my angels just said, be wary and be careful, especially of people who return in a Mercury retrograde. My angels said, check your heart, right? Because if this person returns, King of Cups, right? That's Scorpio, and all those feelings come back. All, the opportunities, and oh my God, we could do this and we could do this, and oh, the universe must be bringing them back so we could finally be together because this is my person. Universe is basically saying, listen, push all of that to the side, observe this person, and 10 times out of 10, the reasons why you left them before is the same reasons why you will leave them after this Mercury retrograde, right? So again, truly, Mercury retrogrades, all retrogrades, are a moment to review the past. Angel said, nah. We said review. We didn't say get stuck in the past. I hope that makes sense. And you have the Emperor kind of sitting here in the middle of your reading saying, listen, you have the power and control. They always say, oh, don't break up with anybody in the Mercury retrograde. I've done it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. And the person was gone for good. They never returned. Okay, so I just kind of feel like, again, 7 of Swords twice. Be careful about, again, things returning. Or maybe you walked away from something that you may be considering going back to. Just kind of observe. Okay, in the end, the Magician, 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Make sure there's happiness and joy in the situation. So say if a lover does come back and you decide to give him another chance, that's fine, right? But just make sure by the time you get out of Mercury retrograde, while you're in Mercury retrograde, the next Mercury retrograde, you're getting something out of the deal, right? That there is true general reciprocity in this situation. Trust that all will be well. Trust all will be well. That's the Star card. Yeah, I feel like, again, a lot of you are hoping for some sort of positive outcome. But whatever this situation is, it's built on some sort of revolving door, sabotaging, deceitful energies. And it's almost like manufactured happiness, right? Oh, I said my ex was going to come back and they came back and now we're together. But you're together and you're still going through the same thing that your ex put you through the first time. Be wary. That's all I'm saying. Oh, child. See the bigger picture. Yeah. I feel like, again, that's the review, the bigger picture, the universe, the universal view versus your personal perspective and your personal view. Ooh, Push through any insecurity. Release control. Okay. So I just heard with those cards, it's almost like if you feel, So if you feel like you're not strong enough to take control of a situation, I feel like the universe will and has stepped in to balance out karma, to correct something maybe you weren't strong enough to correct or someone else wasn't strong enough to correct. The universe is going to step in and balance out whatever this situation is. The universe is coming in to balance out your life. Universe is coming in to balance out your heart. Universe is coming in to balance out your money. Again, I have the Justice card here twice. So Justice with the 7 of Swords. It's almost like no matter how much you may try to sabotage this situation, or how someone else may be trying to sabotage this situation, whatever the situation is, the universe is focusing on it right now. And it's almost like it would be impossible. And I'm using that word loosely. It may be near impossible to throw something out of balance, especially now in this particular Mercury retrograde. All right, my beautiful collective. If this reading does resonate, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you. Bye.